1038.
Simon Pegg, such a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
So you get the phone call saying, you know what, we're coming back for Mission Impossible 6.
Mm-hmm.
Your reaction?
Yeah, it's always fun. I knew the call was coming because Ghost Protocol was such a huge success, and it was the most successful of all the Mission Impossible films, and it kind of was just a matter of when. So when I got the call, I heard Chris was going to do it. I was very excited. I got the call. I met Chris in London at a hotel, and we sort of talked about the movie and what was to come, and yeah, I'm always delighted to get that call. Ever since I got the call from J.J. Abrams for the first one I did, Mission Impossible 3, which came out completely out of the blue. Now it's kind of like I'm just waiting for it rather than not expecting it.
You're involved in some great franchises. What's the coolest thing about being involved in this franchise?
Just the historic significance of the story. Everybody knows Mission Impossible. It's so, and Tom has made it into such an institution. You know when you get the script, it's going to basically be like a travel brochure and a list of dangerous things. So that is very exciting. When you sit down and you open the first page and you look at the scene heading and you see where it's set, you think, okay, so I'm going to be going to Vienna. That's cool. I'm going to be going to Morocco. I'm going to be in a car chase. Great. It's essentially a kind of shopping list of adventures.
Most people call Tom Cruise an action hero. I heard you call him a mummy figure. Please explain.
The thing about Tom, which is amazing, is that he's also a producer on the film, so he has a sort of, a responsibility for everything, not just the production, but for everyone in it, and that can become parental at times when, for the guy who straps himself to the side of airplanes, he really worries about everybody, and he particularly his co-actors, he wants to keep everybody so safe. And he'll come on set, as he does, because he's really in his trailer. He's always on set. He's always participating. He came on set to see me do my fight scene, and the minute he saw me get thrown against the wall, he went, oh, I can't watch this. And he walked off. And it was so sweet, because I just thought, mate, you do the craziest stuff. And he clocks around us, me and Rebecca, when we were in the car doing the car chase, he was always like, Simon, if we roll the car, don't put your arm out. Brace like this. And I go, all right. He said, okay, let's do it together. So, okay, brace. We did a little safety demonstration. It's just a measure of who he is, and, it's very endearing.
Yeah, but he's not always so nice. In that same car scene, he made you worry a bit about yourself, didn't he?
Yeah, he turned my seat heater on. Yeah, I know, that was a kind of ongoing game. That he started it. It was something, he turned my seat heater on one of the first days. I was hot all day, and I couldn't understand why, other than the fact that it was Morocco.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I looked at him to say something just as he was turning it on, and I caught him doing it, and he looked at me like a naughty schoolchild. And then we burst out laughing. And then we got, apoplexically hysterical about trying to, because it was we were tired, and we were doing this incredible stunt driving, and we were excited because we were getting to play with this BMW M3 and drive it very, very fast, legally. And so it became this game we played about trying to sneak each other's heater on. And we were literally just tears streaming down our faces at the cheekiness of it. It became about when he'd do like a handbrake in shot, he'd be doing this incredible maneuver, and I knew he'd be concentrating on the maneuver, so I would do it then while this camera was rolling, and then he'd see it at the corner of his eye. So when they called cut, we'd have a fight. It was great.
And he gave you a cool wrap present. Are you wearing it?
No, I've got my Apple Watch on today because I keep my mission watch for very special occasions. I wore it last night. He gave all of us a beautiful sort of navy timepiece, really lovely with it inscribed. He's very generous, Tom, and he's, you always know you're in for a cool wrap gift with Tom, and this one wasn't any different.
I have to ask you, Star Trek 3.
Yeah.
You're actually writing the script. Now, look, I know you can't tell me too much about it. But,
Anything.
Okay, but how's it going? And I've heard you say, you have to stick to some rules. What rules are you sticking to?
Yeah, it's Star Trek. It's a universe. It's a pre-existing universe. It's not a blank canvas. It's a number of characters that we are now custodians of and have to abide by the rules of their personalities and the rules of that universe. And it's been really fun in that respect, in that sometimes the blank page is terrifying. You're given some beautifully drawn, beloved characters to play with, and it's a delight. So, yeah, we're having an absolute blast in Vancouver at the moment. Justin Lin, who's our director, is doing such great work. I'm so impressed with him, and he's knocking it out of the park. Every time you watch playback, you just get excited, and to be back together with my sort of Star Trek family is great. We're all very fond of each other, and it's great being away from home. We're all away from our home, so we're hanging out in Vancouver. We all go out together to dinner and to parties, and it's like being at camp or something. It's great.
Do you sometimes just sit there, like, I've been listening to this interview just in awe, you're name dropping, you're like traveling all over the world. Do you sometimes sit back and go, this is happening to me, this is my life?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like last night watching the movie, you sort of, I kept thinking, oh, I'm in this, you know, it's just kind of incredible. And I'm a fan of, I know what it's like to be a fan. I'm a fan of film, and I've grown up loving this industry, and to now be part of it and to be in the films that I loved growing up, like Star Wars and Star Trek and Mission Impossible, is kind of amazing. And I try to never lose sight of how lucky I am.
Well, keep enjoying, and thanks for the entertainment.
Thank you very much.
Simon, lovely to meet you.
Spin 1038.